only Charlie Daniels, legendary music icon who you may remember we actually highlighted last week as one of our good guys for his work helping our troops. Charlie and the Journey Home Project help support veterans in need. His organization's work is especially important during this pandemic.
Well, we welcome the one and only Grammy Award-winning Hall of Famer Charlie Daniels. Charlie, thank you so much for being on with us.
Thanks for having me. Looking forward to it.
Hey, Charlie, I want to talk about the great work that you've been doing with veterans for pretty much your entire career. But before I get to that, can you tell me, a lot of people around the country right now are asking whether or not this shutdown has been too much. What do you think about the current state of how we've handled this pandemic?
Well, I think we're in uncharted waters. I think we don't know anything about this thing. We had to find out about it. And so we took some pretty drastic measures, but it was a safe thing to do. I think it saved lives. I think we've learned a lot more about it, but now I think it's time to go back to work carefully, incrementally, but time to get back.
Thank you for that. Talk to me a little bit about the Journey Hope. What made you start it, and how have you guys been doing over the last several years?
I have been a patriot all my life. I was born down in Wilmington, North Carolina. It's a seacoast town, and I'm an old guy. I was 5 years old when Pearl Harbor was bombed, so I went Second World War in a coastal town that we had submarines sinking cargo ships and just off our coast. Sometimes so close it was said you could see the fires of battle from our beaches. And, we never knew at that time. It was before the days of the sophisticated reconnaissance. And we never knew but what the Nazis might try to bring the war on shore. But we always knew there was somebody out there between us and them. And it was the military. And I came to the conclusion a long time ago, the only two things that protect America is the grace of Almighty God and the United States military. And I feel very beholden to anybody who lays their lives on the line for me and my family. So the least we can do is try to take care of them when they come back.
Charlie, you started this organization back in 2014. Have you seen a change in the needs of these veterans over those 6 years?
Most especially now. I've seen a change. Of course, this is exacerbated. This COVID thing has really tightened things up, and a lot of the veterans are out of work, like a lot of other people are, and this situation has exacerbated a lot of the ordinary, the regular sources of funds, and a lot of them are in very, very serious condition. I mean, down to needing food and rent and mortgage payments and that sort of thing. So yes, right now, especially, there's more need than I have ever seen.
Charlie, is that what you're seeing, that people are saying, literally, I need help with my rent and to get enough food? Or is it something has been different about the pandemic than what you've seen over the last few years? Is there a particular need that they're asking for right now?
The needs are more basic now. We usually do with the Journey Home Foundation, we've done all kinds of things. We've helped people get education, medical care, transportation, whatever. But now it's down to somebody, not having $5 in their pocket to buy a sandwich with. And some of the people with families, and some with children, and some with little children, and the rent's due and they can't pay it. Now, the difference I've seen now is the need is more immediate. The need has always been right for one way or the other, but this is for the basic things to live on, and it has really grown. It's just gotten requested. One of the outfits that we work with is called Code of Vets, and they have a great way of finding out the very basic needs of veterans. The folks, Gretchen Smith and her husband Joe, are both veterans. They communicate very well with the veterans community, and as soon as they get any money in, it's out the door. It's gone, because she's got requests lined up for $200 and $500 and $750 and so on and down the line. It's just unbelievable, and that has just doubled, tripled, and quadrupled since this pandemic's been going on.
Charlie, how much have you been able to raise so far for these vets?
Well, I don't have a conglomerate figure, but we do. If you're talking about all told, it's quite a bit of money. But we're not a big outfit. We're not real big. We depend mostly on our fundraisers that we do, and it's usually I'd be hard pressed to answer, but it's in the hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Charlie, just want to be clear. So if someone wants to get involved or help you with this cause, what's the best way to go about doing that?
Well, we have a website. It's called the journeyhomeproject.com. Pardon, what is it? .org. I'm having to ask my son.
We got it up there for you.
Journeyhomeproject.org, for whatever that means. And it's all about us, and it tells you what we're doing, and it tells you where if you'd like to contribute, you can.
All right. Well, excellent. I want to thank you for everything that you do to give back to our nation's veterans and everything you're doing to help them, especially in this new time of need that people are facing.
Thank you very much, and we're sure glad to have this network on board. We needed it.
Thank you, Charlie. I appreciate it. Hope to see you soon.
All right.
All right. You just met Charlie Daniels, one of the good guys.
That's right. We'll stay tuned and we'll share our good guys next.